After show.
After show. After show.
Hi guys.
Hi, we're back in the garage. We took it back out here because we'd already brought the camera back out, and that's where our mic equipment is.
One thing that you guys don't know about is that we put an anti-fatigue mat back here.
We got squishy mats for getting old.
It's true. It's true.
I find it interesting. Maybe you're supposed to do this. I find it interesting that you take your shoes off often when you're standing on it.
I
Do you like
to
it?
feel the squish more.
But don't you have less support? Oh no.
Isn't it kind of
I
nice?
took off my shoes and it's nice.
Nice.
Good thing I just swept it because it was pretty dusty.
Pretty dusty. Okay, so on to the after show, talking about this project. One thing that you guys didn't see that we just included to skip because there's too many complications. The paint job.
Oh my God.
Was a little bit complicated. Now, spray painting this
The oak. Great.
totally fine.
Took
Great.
the paint fine.
Easy. Now MDF, that's a whole nother problem. We
Well, we've painted MDF before.
with like normal paint,
Acrylic paint, actually fluid
acrylic
acrylics.
paint. Yeah.
That's what we did in Jube's cat bed. We've done it a few times. It works great. Spray paint, not so much.
It like bubbles. It like was a bad surface texture. Everything.
It looked bad.
And like we used up the whole can before we realized how bad it was. And then we were like, oh, we don't have time to go to the store. We had something the next day. It was like bad.
Yeah, we couldn't put this off by like several more days.
Yeah, and like we had a dinner that we needed to get to that night. It was a little bit stressful, and thankfully, for some reason, like I just happened to like start trying different solutions at the exact right time in the paint's life, where I could take a drywall scraper or
Like a metal putty knife.
And it was hard enough that I could scrape it without pulling it all off. It wasn't goop. Yet it was still soft enough to be a little bit moldable, a little bit shapeable. So I just kind of
burnished
the paint to like a pretty good finish. And I like how it looks.
It looks
very
nice.
matte. It's pretty nice.
Yeah.
But there's a little bit of like, it's not
A smidge of texture, but you don't notice that much.
You don't notice it from up here.
Well, and didn't you paint the edges with just normal like flow acrylic paint?
I like kind of did it and I wiped it off. Like there's
like
like one little area that wasn't exactly right, but it's
like
totally
some
fine.
spot touching up.
Some very small spot touching.
Yeah,
up.
we're like, oh man, either we have to put off this project for a few more days, which we didn't have time for, or figure this out.
Also, we didn't finish this.
Yeah,
Like,
as in like we didn't apply finish to it.
Apply finish. Like one, because how are you going to finish the hands?
That's the thing. We didn't
And
want to.
if you don't match it, they won't match anymore.
Yeah, but finishing these hands would be kind of a nightmare because there's so many articulating joints.
I guess we could just like spray it down with oil, like finishing oil.
But even then, you'd have to do so many rounds of it because you'd have to like open the joints fully one way and then fully the other way.
Wood finish oil in spray form. So maybe
I don't
just
know.
take it outside.
That just seems so greasy.
Spray it down, let it drip.
Well, because a lot of like
Clear.
things that are sprayable are aerosolized, like with something that is like fast evaporating.
Yeah.
But like, can you do that with an oil? I don't know. I think it would just be oil. You just have a layer of grease.
Pressurized, so you pump it. Maybe what you do is we get like some sort of an oil-based finish. We put it in one of those like chemical sprayers. That uses air pressure, just spray it down.
We probably could have, but either way, still, we would have had to do, like, let's say we'd have to do 3 coats to get a good finish.
I think for that it's just maybe one.
Okay, 2 coats to get a good finish, to get like a respectable finish.
But another thing,
But if you have to get 2 coats of finish, that actually means you have to spray it 4 times, at least. Because you'd have to open up the joints all the way one way, do this, your however many coats, and then close them all the way the other way.
kind of like go like this. Oh.
So wrong.
Oh,
that's cursed.
Maybe we should like get a picture of that.
No. It's too far. You've crossed the line.
Oh, it's so cursed. No. Leave them all like that. Oh my gosh. This is truly wrong. Oh, this is so wrong.
I feel like
Is this even too wrong for you?
makes me uncomfortable. You forgot the thumbs.
Yeah, if I'm going to do it right, might as well do it right.
Yeah, you got the thumbs too. I got the ones on the side. Oh, it's like a banana. Anyways, we decided not to finish it because, again, we didn't really have time or we didn't really know how we would do it.
And like, what if the finish we choose is incompatible with the spray paint? And all that stuff.
If we waited the full time for the spray paint to dry, we could have then taped over it to protect it.
Oh.
But then, like, yeah,
Oh.
I think it's fine in its unfinished state.
Yeah.
Because it's not like it's like a table. It's going to get a lot of wear and tear, you know?
Yeah. I think it's fine. It's breathing.
It's breathing.
It's a living, breathing creation.
Creature.
Oh, man. Okay, well, that was a long tangent.
One interesting thing is, because this was the first woodworking project we did here,
Yep.
and we actually had to set up a decent amount of tools and stuff. And the way we set them up was not in the places where we had imagined things in our workshop layout. So how do you feel about where they're set up? Right now, they're all kind of like along
Against
the perimeter.
The wall, yeah. I think
we were thinking we might cluster them in the middle.
I think one thing that I realized is with a little bit more space that we have here, I think I want more tools out because I ended up using more tools and I loved using the bandsaw. I would have liked to have a nice drill press set up at a time or two.
Yeah.
And I think that I found a flip top like work table that holds tools that I think we're gonna try out. And I want everything on casters still. Everything on casters. So we can just move it.
Move it to wherever is the most convenient spot to film.
Yeah, and make some custom little like T-slot aluminum framed tables for like the laser cutter and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I think that overall, the thing I enjoyed the most is having space to get out tools and use them, to set up like every single one of our fold out tables is out and in use.
Yeah.
You know? Like, you know, it's
And we have so many.
Number one thing I've learned from this video and in terms of like the woodworking is having space. Oh,
I know.
so nice.
It is really nice. Even though we still have stuff in boxes, just having more space to maneuver is really nice.
Speaking of the laser cutter, that was a fun use of a new tool. I really liked, so like one thing I didn't fully have time to explain in the video, just because there are so many things and if we went into every step, it'd be hard to talk about everything fully. I think I put it back in the laser cutter to like reuse
The little piece, yeah.
Yeah, because I cut a big piece, but with a laser cutter, you can cut a whole bunch of small things from that big piece. You can just keep on recutting.
I was actually looking for the little thing. Do you want to talk about...
the offset.
Yeah, the offset and how you use the laser cutter to precisely do the offset, because that's a little bit more complicated than what we went into detail on.
So it's cool. What we did is I measured the end that I wanted to, you know, like the end with the rounded corners, and then I really quickly cut a prototype piece to see if it fit, like a small little one, and it was too loose, so I cut a version 2 using feeler gauges. So basically, feeler gauges are like little flat discs or flat like little steel tabs.
Picture like a little rounded end nail files.
Yeah, and I stuck them in, so I got a precise measurement of how big the gap was, and then I resized at that exact distance. Version 2 was perfect, and then since we're using a router bushing to guide the cut, I needed to offset out the size of the bushing, and then I cut it perfectly, and it was a perfect fit.
But it was so nice being able to quickly figure that stuff out and do an actual small scale fit test.
Yeah. Because if
I love the CNC too, but I think it was kind of a blessing in disguise that like ours isn't here yet. And we have this new tool because this is so much faster.
It's so much faster.
For things like this.
Yeah, like for especially for prototyping, because if I was going to run a CNC,
it takes so long.
And like make a test cut for how big the hole is, I'd need to fixture it and all of that stuff. And the laser cutter, you just set it in there, press go, it cut the test piece in like less than a minute, like 10 seconds.
Yeah, it would have been like a 30-minute.
It's insane.
Thing on the CNC.
It's insane. So it's really, really nice having the new tool, and it's already opening up new potential combinations, a lot of prototyping you can do on a laser cutter, you know, and some end use case scenarios too. But it's just really
We've
nice.
wanted one for a really long time.
But we didn't have space.
We didn't have space, but we do now.
Yeah, baby. Yeah, we do.
Yeah, it's exciting.
It's interesting. The pinky on these, many of these pinkies are looser than like the middle finger, for example.
We better not hang things on the pinkies.
Yeah, pinky is for dainty use
Dainty
only.
uses only.
Yes.
One other new toy we got to use, not for the video, but for the thumbnail, was the lights.
Oh my gosh,
We had
guys.
so much fun getting the thumbnail for this.
We have been spending so much money on lights. Have you noticed any differences? Does it look more accurate? I don't know.
I think like one of the big things is I don't have to do as much work in post to get it to look nice. And filming inside is a huge difference because we used to struggle so much.
Getting
because
enough light.
Our we had one fancy light at the old house, and we still have it. It's right here. But the fancy light wasn't temperature adjustable. So when we would bring it inside, if we needed any additional light from like the normal overhead lights, then we had the fancy light, which was a set, very like cool daylight temperature, and our inside lights, which were very yellow, and it made it near impossible to color correct.
It was horrible.
It would take so much time.
We were able to set our new big fancy light at about the exact same temperature as the bulb. Was we matched the scene, then adjusted the temperature on our camera.
On the camera.
To match, and then
boom, we did that for the outro, and we got to use the lights for the thumbnail as well. And maybe we'll post one of these on Patreon or something. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what will happen to them. The thumbnail we went with has a white background, but with the colored light that we use for streaming, well, our streaming light has colors that we use sometimes during the stream, mostly to prank me.
Yeah.
We were able to like make the background a separate color, which was really fun.
Yeah.
We just ended up going with the white one because the hands stood out the most against it. Or maybe we changed our mind last minute. We're recording this before the video goes live, so you never know.
The white one looks so good, though.
Looks so good.
Yeah. Like it was such a clean background, and having flat walls.
Oh yeah, without popcorn texture.
Without popcorn texture.
Oh, so
guys,
nice.
It's such a relief.
It's so nice.
It's so nice.
Yeah, because we didn't really have any big walls that didn't have stuff mounted to them that didn't have popcorn texture.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so nice.
All right, last little behind the scenes tidbit is this video that we filmed with the hands and everything. This wasn't the video we thought we were going to be filming this week and a half or so.
No, and it was such a last minute change that we had actually already recorded the ad
for the other concept.
Yeah, for this video that was supposed to be for the other. Should I say what the other concept was?
Yeah, it was like a wood storage.
We were gonna try to do like a wood storage, but then we were just having trouble.
I think the biggest thing that decided us not doing a wood storage project is I came up with a more. So my initial design was kind of complex, and then I thought of a really easy way to do it. And I'm like,
that's like better too.
It's easier and better, and I'm like, well, it's so easy and better.
It's like we can't make a video out of it. It's so simple.
It's like a
non-build.
It's like a non-build.
So it'll probably just be part of like you'll see it in the workshop video, but it didn't stand up as a standalone video. But anyways, so we were gonna do wood storage.
Yeah.
You look so stressed out because it's like pulling up your eyebrows. And so we filmed the ad like in front of the wood pile, making fun of like all of the wood we have. And then we were like, well, crap. Like it was a good ad. I liked the skit and everything, and we don't really have time to come up with a new one and film and edit a new one. How can we make that work? They were like, we have to somehow mention the wood pile and like show the wood pile in some footage.
Early on in the video. I don't know. Tell us, how good are our acting skills?
Yeah, technically we didn't need to go hunting for wood. You know, we had to kind of like insert that. But you know, we always do go hunting for wood. We just don't usually make it part of the video.
Yeah.
But we were like, well, we'll just include it.
Yeah, it wasn't really acting. It's just like choosing to make a point of something when it was unnecessary or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. But yeah. Anyways, just a little behind the scenes. Was it a bit of a stretch to connect it? Maybe. Is it really necessary to connect it to the ad. I mean, technically,
not really.
the wood pile is like, it's just part of the workshop.
Yeah.
You know, I don't think someone would necessarily think it's part of the video. Not like the candles one, for example.
Yeah.
With the like birthday cake candle that smelled like butts.
Yeah.
And the dissatisfied customer.
Yeah.
You know, that's like
tailor-made. Yeah.
For a stinky candle video. But, you know, we made it work.
My gosh, this is so cursed.
I know. Can we put the fingers back?
Yeah.
Thank you.
But honestly, I have to say, this, like, besides bending all the fingers back, that's truly cursed.
Yeah.
The build itself is a lot less cursed and more tasteful than I thought.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah,
I'm pretty happy
cool.
with it. Now I'm like, I was kind of wondering, like, are we going to hide this in the end? Are we going to, like, put it someplace? Now I'm like,
no, I think
where are we going to put it? Are we going to put it in our office, in the entryway, in the streaming room? They're going to hold our props?
Oh, there's so many options.
So many
I know,
options.
but like, it looks cool.
Like, or the craft streaming room, or the game streaming room.
Yeah, I don't know.
There's so many options.
I know.
Okay, bye. Wait, I need to get my shoes on so I can come around.
Great, great outro. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for the support.
See you next time.
We'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.